In 2004, a new model train company emerged in the Great White North. Founded by Jason Schron, the fledgling Rapido Trains entered the market with models that Jason felt were needed in the model world. Among the first offerings were these, the Super Continental passenger cars. Coming out of the box, fully detailed inside out and top to bottom, the Super Continental cars were unlike almost anything on the market at the time. In 2024, Rapido announced they were releasing a new run of the Super Continental cars, and were producing two special 20th anniversary cars along with the batch. These anniversary cars were the Northern Spirit and the Edmonston. We'll start off with a look at the cars in action. Then we'll take a closer look at both these cars and some original Super Continentals. We'll follow a mock AAPRCO, or American Association of Private Railcar Owners, excursion train with a variety of passenger cars in tow, including both of the Rapido anniversary cars. The sleeping car in the unmistakable blue and yellow paint of Via Rail is the first of the two anniversary cars found in the train. The real Edmonston is a full-size sleeping car that ran for Canadian National and Via Rail before finding its way through several private owners and eventually landing in the state of Georgia. Jason Schron purchased the car through a railroad equipment dealer in 2015. He repatriated the car and brought it to Toronto for restoration, which is ongoing with work being done by the Via Historical Association. The model shows the car as it is today, with Rapido lettering where the Via logo once was. The other Rapido car in the train is a fictitious sleeping car painted in a two-tone gray scheme reminiscent of cars that could be found on the New York Central, Union Pacific, and Southern Pacific. Set up like a run-through sleeper, one could plausibly put this car on almost any streamlined passenger train as a car riding through to or from another railroad. It was not an uncommon practice, so just a little suspension of disbelief can make it work on one's layout. The car is named Northern Spirit. If you don't think they have spirit up north, you haven't met a Canadian. Borrowing a backdrop from the Bunker Hill Train Club, we return to the Great White Void. A fellow Bunker Hill member loaned a couple of original Super Continental sleeping cars for an evening so we can take a look at them. One of the features that was found on the original Super Continental cars was battery-powered interior lights. This was done so that there would be no flickering of the car lights as they went down the track, and so the lights would remain on constantly even on direct current-controlled layouts. It was for this system that the Rapido Magic Wand was made to turn the lights on and off. The lighting system ran on small coin batteries. Innovative for sure, but over time it has received mixed reviews from modelers. For their 20th anniversary, Rapido did a fresh run of Super Continental cars. These cars featured several improvements. Improved trucks so the cars would roll better, improvements to the couplers to reduce reported derailments, and converting to capacitor-steadied, track-powered interior lighting. This is according to the announcement video. Otherwise, these new cars were built almost identically. 2 sleeping cars and a coach in a wide variety of road names were offered. Let's take a close-up look at all 3 cars from the new run. So what does one find in the box for the new cars? Well, seeing as by now a lot of people have probably stopped watching because the running portion of the video is over, you've stuck with me for a bit, so let's have a little fun with this together, shall we? In the plastic sleeve that I will no doubt misplace in a few months' time, we find the box itself. Pop one end open and out comes the clamshell. Stickers and a manual are included, but are too big and had to be folded over in the box. If there's ever a market for Rapido manuals, a second-run Super Continental manual without a crease will be a hot item, let me tell you. The clamshell opens with a tab on the top. You can't tell me that this clamshell is a bad fit on the car. The top of the clamshell also has a place to hold the magic wand. I actually forgot about that after the first time I opened the box and just left the wand to bounce around in the top of the box, attaching itself to the bag of extras and couplers included. Speaking of which, several of the cars come with marker lamps you can attach to the rear of the car to mark the end of a train. Well, will wonders never cease? There's the car. So, all told, my impressions are good. I did end up adjusting the tightness of the trucks on the cars to make them a bit more flexible for rough spots of track, but otherwise you're seeing them as they came out of the box. My understanding is that the original cars looked good and ran just a smidgen rough. These, I have had only a few minor problems at first, but they seem to have run in and are doing well.